Today we are here with Lindsay Dunlap. Lindsay, thank you for being with us here today. You are a successful entrepreneur because you have your own business as a real estate agent. So that's exciting. We have that similarity in terms of having our own businesses, so we can relate a lot. I don't know if you remember, but how did we meet? Do you remember?
I think the first time we met was when we filmed the luxury ranch out in San Isabel.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, totally.
We spent a whole day together.
Yeah, I remember you because you were like running the show. You were just like on top of it. You were almost like you were almost doing my job as a producer. You were just like, okay, everybody, this is what we need to do. This is what we're doing. But I really was impressed with you. Honestly,
Thank you.
that was really good to be there and watch you in action. And I knew you were going to do a lot of great things. And it's crazy to see where you were, where you are now. You're just running your own show.
It's nice that way.
Yeah, you have your own business, right? This is you. You're leading the pack now, and you're just like really crushing it. So thank you for being on the show.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
What got you into real estate?
I think I sort of fell into it. I mean, I went to college to be a psychologist, which I find definitely helps me in my business.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So after I got my bachelor's degree, I had a choice to continue my education, which I was planning on doing, and I landed up in the mortgage business.
Okay.
Found an opportunity there, and that led to the real estate business.
So you were in mortgage first. Psychology, then mortgage, then real estate.
Yes. Yeah.
So how have you like mixed all three and created this successful?
It works out pretty well. I find that I use the psychology degree more than I'd like to, but
Nice.
It definitely comes into handy. So, and I think it goes along with my personality and my style, just to be someone that people can talk to, that I listen, understand what they need, and assess that way, and work together to, sell their home.
Yeah, I guess if you're in real estate, if you're in mortgage, if you're in really anything in psychology, it's you're dealing with people. Right,
Yes.
so you can always things can always carry over to the next career or the next venture, which brings me to a point of you were born and raised here in San Diego.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
I think I've been all over pretty much. I was my first home was in East County, and I went to high school in Ramona High School.
Okay.
I did not have any cows, so we can get past that. I was never a cow girl, but loved the country.
Cool.
And moved to San Marcos when I started going to school at Cal State San Marcos. Found my way to the coast, found my way inland, Carmel Valley, Rancho Bernardo, and now I live in Poway.
Wow. I always thought you were from Poway, so that's interesting. So Ramona girl.
Yes.
And then moved all around San Diego.
Yeah.
And now in Poway. And you have
2 girls.
2 girls?
An amazing husband.
Nice.
Yeah. So we found our dream home just last Labor Day in Poway.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right. Very cool.
Really
How's
excited.
the dynamic there? I know that your husband is super helpful, which is much needed in this type of business. So I imagine you guys make things work that way.
Yeah. We both have flexible schedules, which is nice. He works in the moving industry.
Okay.
So we each meet with clients during the day, and we can move things around if we need to catch a soccer game or pick up the kids early from school. Nice. So it works out well.
You guys are both movers and shakers.
Movers and shakers. Give and take. We're partners.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen he was actually in the video we filmed.
He was.
Which is cool.
Yeah, he wasn't expecting to take off his shirt that day and take a dive in the lake, but,
That was cool.
He's a team player.
He is definitely a team player. Is he going to be here tomorrow?
He will be here tomorrow.
Cool.
Yeah.
So we're at one of your listings.
Yes.
You're doing phenomenal.
Thank you.
Tell me about where you're at right now.
Well, last April, almost a year now, I joined Compass, which is a new company to San Diego.
Nice.
Not new to our country in general. They started in New York in 2012.
Okay.
So I'm newer to San Diego, and since then my business has completely launched. It's been great. I've been very busy. Compass has helped me with the tools and the support that I need to take my business to the next level, and also be able to have that quality time with my kids, which is really important to have that balance.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I believe I was doing some research on Compass, and it looks like your CEO is very family oriented, and
Very
he makes time for his
family-oriented.
family as well.
Yes, and he started this business because his mother was a real estate agent, and he saw her struggle and not be able to spend, enough time with the kids, and so he made it a priority to start a business that would make the agent the client.
Sure.
And so they can have more life balance with their families.
Nice.
So it's great.
That's great. That's beautiful. I don't know if the audience can hear, but there's beautiful birds in the
The
background.
birds chirping. I
Yeah.
know. This is the perfect setting, isn't
Yeah,
it? It's
just
awesome.
phenomenal. I love being here. So tell us a little bit about this listing and
Okay.
just how you're utilizing video for this, as well as
Sure.
tomorrow you have a huge event.
A huge event.
And then tell
I'm
me about that.
excited.
So
Okay. So the property that we're at,
yeah,
4566 Via Gaviota. We're in the northwest end of the Rancho Santa Fe Covenant, which is
Nice.
great. Easy to get in and out, just 2.5 miles to the beach.
Yeah.
But you'd never know it because we're really secluded. We're on just over 4 acres. This house lives like a resort.
Yes.
It's so special. It's sort of a family compound. It's 17,000 square feet, 11 bedrooms, 15 bathrooms.
Yes.
There's also a craft room and an executive office, a theater, billiard, game room. There's so much more to it.
Goes on
Gym.
and on, yeah.
I mean, it's just incredible. So this is something special. I'm just so fortunate
sure.
that I get to be a part of it. As you can see, looking around, we're very secluded.
Oh, yeah.
It's very private.
Yeah, we were driving here. I was like, wow, we got here so fast.
So fast.
And then we
Yeah.
got here, and then we got to the backyard, which is like, wow, this is literally feels like you're not even close to anyone.
I know.
So secluded, so private. We were talking like haven't heard a car, airplane, people, nothing.
Yeah,
it's
it's amazing.
But you're literally like not far at all, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Up against a hill, or
Yeah.
what is this, like a valley-ish
Well, you've
type
got,
thing, or-
there's some exposed bluffs, which are really
Cool.
beautiful. Just a lot of nature and lush greenery. It's very private. And then from a few points in the property, you can see the ocean, which is nice.
Nice, yes.
And pretty soon they're going to make it so you can actually walk to the beach from here.
What?
2.5 miles, which is awesome.
How is this?
They're creating these paths and
Really?
yeah,
I had no
hiking
idea.
and
Wow.
yeah. So
2 miles.
2.5 miles.
2.5.
Yeah.
You can bike there easily then.
Yeah, or walk,
Yeah.
jog,
That's awesome. I had no idea.
or if you're lazy, you take the car. Just
Yeah.
a few minutes.
Yes.
You know?
So tomorrow you're having an event.
Yes.
Super excited about that. We're
Yes.
filming that as well. What's exciting for you about that event?
Just knowing that some of the best realtors and brokers in the community are going to be here to support me, which is really exciting. It's important to have the agent support out at your events. It's important for them to walk through and feel this property, not just see the pictures online and think, maybe I have someone in mind or maybe I don't. When they're here and they get excited about it, then they can share it with everyone they know, and that's
Sure.
how the best sales are made.
And top of mind, right? So
Yeah.
I'm sure they see a ton of homes. How can you help yours stand out?
Well, we're going to have a DJ
Nice.
mixing it on the 1 and 2s. Like,
Nice.
so that will be really fun.
I know you
just-
wanted to have him on the deck.
Yes,
but-
we have a huge deck. I'm like, ah. So, and then we're going to have one of the best bartenders, actually several bartenders in town, making craft cocktails. They've made
Nice.
3 signature cocktails just for this property, which is fun.
Do you have they have names right now?
Well, one of them I can remember is called the Spring Fling.
Nice.
So that
Very
that
cool.
one I can't wait to try.
Okay.
But 3 specialty cocktails. There's going to be some catered food. There's just going to be a lot of great agents, great people, and it's just the house does it all on its own. I
Right.
didn't have to have the fluff, but it's a special house.
to
But-
draw them in.
Yeah, but I like to
Nice.
take care of the agents because then
Yeah.
they take care of me. So it's
Sure.
it's a good relationship that
That's
way.
smart. We meet a ton of agents, right? And one of the biggest things we've noticed for people who are successful, it's like you look at other agents as, like partners versus like, oh, they can take my business,
Yes.
right? And when you do that, you take your business to the next level because your mindset's different, right? You're not in this scarcity mindset. You're like, hey, you can help me and I can help you.
Right. It's all about collaboration.
Yeah.
That's what's going to set things apart from pastime real estate.
Right.
Definitely, especially in some of the more luxury areas, there's agents that are nervous that you're going to, go around or
Come in
steal
and
their
take their
clients.
listings.
But, any agent can have any phone number of my clients because
Sure.
when you treat people well and you show them respect and they gain your trust, you don't have to worry about anything like that.
And I'm sure, just like for us, there's some people that just gel better with other people, and so at some point you're gonna say, I'm not gonna be everybody's agent.
Sure.
And
yeah.
I'm not gonna be everybody's videographer. You know,
If
our
it's
team
not a
is
fit, yeah.
Right.
Definitely.
That makes sense. Well, you're very passionate.
I am.
I see that. What makes you so passionate about real estate specifically?
It's the people.
Okay.
It's the people. You know, I think probably one of the best qualities and one of the worst qualities is that I care so much about the people that I work with. You know, I always tell them that, you know, I play with their money like it's my own money, you know, so if
Sure.
there's more negotiating to do, I think of it as, you know, would an extra $20,000, $30,000, $50,000 help me out? Yes is always the answer. So
Sure.
why not strive for it as if it's your own? You have to be delicate with different people's situations. You know, moving and buying and selling isn't always a positive time. So being understanding of what they're going through and just being a good support system for your
Right.
clients, it goes a long way. Yeah, you can work together as opposed to, you know, just trying to steer away from a bad situation. You know,
Sure.
I do get really passionate and really close to the people that I work with.
And I imagine that when they feel that makes a world of a difference for them.
Sure.
They experience a different process with you in real estate, and that again just makes you stand out.
Yeah, one of the things
Right.
I hear a lot is, I think you're approachable. I think if there's a problem, I feel comfortable coming to you and talking to you about it, and
Right.
we can problem solve together.
Oh, yeah.
And so I love that because I want people to be able to call me with any issues or concerns. Sometimes what I think is right, they might not feel comfortable with, and so I can explain my, you know, the method to the madness, and they can
Right.
either, you know, be on board, or I can make some tweaks to make them
Sure.
feel more comfortable. So it's good.
Yeah, having that open communication really makes a
It's
difference.
so important. Yeah.
I can only imagine if you have somebody that isn't approachable, you're reluctant to actually communicate
definitely.
something, and which would then almost make the whole thing obviously not go as smoothly.
Builds up a little bit of animosity.
Right.
Now that listing agreement's going to expire, and the agent's like, oh no, and
Sure.
you know, so
Well, I'm sure that's a huge reason why you're successful. What do you have any other reasons you think has created your success? What do you attribute to your success?
you know, reputation is important, and I try to make sure that all the brokers want to work with me. All the agents feel like they can call me and ask me for help. I'm always helping the newer agents,
Nice.
And that's really benefited me. You don't try to be nice, you know, in hopes that there will be a benefit later. But what
Sure.
I've noticed in the last few years is that, you know, going out of my way to help other agents has really made a difference in my business, because I'm getting a lot of referrals from other agents that maybe they want to be a little bit more removed from a certain client, or they want to collaborate with me. And so I'm getting a lot of agent referrals, which is great.
Nice. So what you're putting out there comes back to you.
Yeah. I mean, that's like basic principles, right? Of growing up that our moms told us,
Sure,
right?
sure.
Treat people the way you want to be treated.
Yeah.
So,
Totally.
yeah.
Well, thank
it
you.
makes
I
a
mean,
difference.
that's awesome for us to who we work with. It's important as well, you know, because it like you said, we have created a relationship. We know what you like, and so coming in and filming a house like this or any home, you being approachable, you being someone that we can communicate with, allows for a better, smoother transaction on our end as well.
Definitely.
So I could see why that would be the same for a client of yours.
Sure.
Right. And then even us wanting to come back and give more because we're like, hey, this was such a good experience. Like, I want to help you, and vice versa. Like,
Yeah.
tomorrow, you know, we'll be here, and
That will be
you've
fun.
said, hey, you know, like, come out, let people know about what you're doing and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So we appreciate that.
The more that you can build others up, you know, it can only do good things.
Right. So you talked about how like you're helping not just newer agents, but agents in general. But when you first started in real estate, what's maybe different? You know, an idea, or maybe like what you thought real estate was going to be like then versus what it is now. Like,
Well, the only difference now is more volume and higher end listings. And I get calls from people who are very successful that ask me all the time, how are you doing it? Or how did you get that listing? Or
Sure.
what is it like having a listing that's, you know, $8, $9, $10 million or more? And the truth is it's just the same. You know, we're all people. And I think it's refreshing for even some of the more wealthy people in San Diego to be able to have an agent that treats them just like they would treat anyone else. So, you know, just be yourself, I guess. I mean,
Yeah.
it's really
Would that be some advice you'd give like a new agent then?
definitely.
Or?
Well, then the advice I would give is why. The question I would ask is why not you? You know, you see these people that are thriving in real estate. What sets you apart from them, or
Sure.
why can they do it and you can't do it? I mean, if you work hard and you put your mind to it, you can do anything. I really believe that.
That's
so
awesome.
right now it's just my turn.
Nice. Where did you get that like mentality, that belief system that, you know?
My parents,
Okay, cool.
my mom and my dad. My dad always told me, you don't want to have a boss. You want to be the boss. So be good to your bosses until you are the boss, and then be good to the people that work for you. And I've always thought of that. My mom's always told me you can do what you put your mind to. And so I try to tell that to my children.
Sure.
And, you know, my 10-year-old Ashlyn, she's the president of her school.
That's
And, you know, she was a little nervous about running for president.
Uh-huh.
But I said, why not you?
Sure.
You can do anything you put your mind to. And
That's
it's the
great.
same with all of these agents. You know, just be a good person, do good things, work hard, and it can be you too.
Why not you? I
Yeah.
love that. That's gonna stick out for me too. I'm gonna
Yeah.
start thinking that way.
Why
like,
not?
Why not you?
Think about the most successful people in the world.
Right.
You know, their blood's the same color.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
That's
I mean,
true.
we're all people.
Yeah.
So I think the difference is work ethic.
Yeah. It's
And,
powerful.
Yeah,
Thank you for sharing that.
of course.
So let's talk video.
Okay.
Obviously, we talked about how you're utilizing what we do into your marketing system and your marketing program and all that. But I know you just filmed a couple cool things with the Padres.
Yes, I'm so excited.
Talk to me about that.
Well, just another exciting opportunity with Compass, but they have chosen a team to be sort of like a sports and entertainment team,
Nice.
and part of
Like
that.
a division?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And Compass in general is just taken over at Petco
Nice.
Park. So we're actually taking over the Omni Premier Club.
Okay.
So we're really excited. It's now going to be the Compass Premier Club.
Wow.
So we've been taking some video down there,
Okay.
and we're going to be able to host clients in the luxury suites and be able to promote our listings within the Premier Club.
Okay.
Which is great. There's 1,500 Premier Club
Wow.
seats.
Uh-huh.
Those tickets aren't cheap, so there you have some really nice entrepreneurs and business people there. And so it's going to be nice to be able to advertise some of our listings with marketing, with video. And, you know, video really tells a story that photos can't always do. So,
Sure.
So yeah, we're really excited.
So like another networking opportunity for you down there,
Huge.
right?
Huge, yeah.
Because you can be down there, you can
Yeah.
take clients down there too, or is that how that works?
Yes. Bring clients into the ballpark. They're going to be, they shot a video. They're going to be playing it before every game on the big
Nice.
Jumbotron.
Yep.
So I'm excited about that. Nervous to see how that's going to come out. But I'm excited about it. And
That's so
I love
cool.
baseball. I love
Uh-huh.
sports, love football. So, you know, any opportunity to combine some of my passions together is really exciting.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be like a continual thing, I guess, right?
Yes,
For you
yeah.
guys and that marketing.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see it.
Thank you.
When's that coming
Me
out?
too.
Do you know?
Soon. Opening day is coming up, so it's going to be ready by opening day. And I'm a little nervous, but really excited.
Nice. So talk to me about like. This is almost like a selfish question because I want to know, but
That's
it's
okay.
like in terms of video, like how have you been using it, and like what are some maybe like a wish list? You're like, gosh, I wish, you know, I wish I could do this with video, but I can't because, you know, so on, or maybe some limitations with the industry or just in general. Do you have any feedback on that?
No, I mean, you had lots of questions in there.
I did. It was very. I kept going. I kept
So
going.
I'll start, I think you
Pick the one you remember.
I
How about
know.
that?
I think you started with, you know, what I'm doing with video.
Yeah.
There's lots of great things to do with video. Obviously, social media is number one, but having a property website and having the video on there is important. But the biggest tool and tip that I can use for the video is that you can share it to different people, you know, text message, or if somebody comes into an open house and they say, oh, I love this house. I'm looking at lots of houses today. Let me send you the video for this property so you can remember it later. It's amazing. And they'll share it with their friends. Or So I think that's the most useful and helpful, you know.
It's almost like sending a little messenger, right? Like,
is.
hey, buy my house, right? Like, or hey, buy this house because of all these great things.
Yeah.
Versus you having to, let's say, pitch it every time you're on the phone, or like, this is a good way to communicate. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and I even had recently an agent say, I loved your video that you did over in on State Street in Carlsbad Village. It was just such a great video. I love watching it. It makes me happy.
Nice.
And would you mind if I use that video in a listing presentation that I'm going to be taking in another area? And I said, of course, yeah, if it helps you. And she said, well, I think that if we did something similar that you did, I think we can really have a good chance at selling this house. It needs to have the video to tell the story.
That's awesome.
Yeah, to give feeling behind the purchase.
Right.
So she did, and got the listing, and was really excited
awesome.
and thankful. And they're going to be shooting a video with you soon.
That's cool.
So
I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So I just think
exciting.
it just goes to show you that even when agents, potential competition, they like what you're doing, they see what you're doing. It's awesome. I mean, it just validates why we're doing it, why we're spending the money.
Right. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now for the properties that you were talking about, I think we filmed, I don't know how many homes already with you, but a lot. Does it help you sell the property? Like,
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. It makes it a lasting memory.
Sure.
I mean, there's so much inventory. Even when times are tight with inventory, there's so many options. And if there's nothing that people can see and grasp to, then they're just going to wait and they're going to keep looking. But you send them something that's incredible, and they share it with their family and their friends, and they can watch it over and over late night in their bed,
Yeah.
On their cell phone.
Sure.
It makes all the difference.
Yeah, and
So-
take them there, with their imagination and with the
Yeah.
visuals and the sounds. Now, do you have like a way, like, is there a way you wish you could utilize video a little bit more in your business?
I'm looking for more ideas.
Okay.
That's what you're for.
Nice, very cool.
But yeah, I mean, social media is awesome.
Yes.
Sharing with agents and prospective clients is awesome. Giving them to your clients so they can have a lasting memory, especially when,
That's a good point.
like
right?
a home like this, they love this house. They put blood, sweat, and tears
Right.
into this house for years.
Right.
So even though they're selling, it doesn't mean that they don't love it and their heartstrings aren't pulled when
Right.
they, think of it. So,
Right.
5 years from now, they'll have that video, and it's a great gift for your clients.
Yeah,
So.
that's a good point. I've heard it before, and I'm sure you've experienced it too, where the homeowner, once they see the video, they end up still obviously selling it, but they go, I don't know if I can sell it now.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
I want to stay here because it's
Yeah.
such a good experience watching it. I'm sure, is that
Yeah,
common?
I just got a call from the last video that you shot in Carlsbad, and the seller said, I love that video so much. I watch it every day. It makes me so happy. Even the song, he's like, it just makes my day better.
That's awesome.
And it makes me love my house even more.
That's
and I think
awesome.
people are crazy that they haven't bought it yet.
Yeah.
So
He's a cool guy. I
Yeah,
remember him.
yeah.
Super, super nice
So
guy.
nice.
Is it sold? It's an
we've
escrow?
got lots of interest,
Okay,
so it's
cool.
getting close.
But the other ones in that building you've
All
sold.
sold, yeah. And you did a video for all of them.
Right. So let's we're gonna keep that going.
Yes. Oh,
Very
yeah.
cool.
The video's going to sell it.
Yeah, very cool. Well, thank you very much.
Thank
I'm gonna
you
just
for
ask ask you a couple more questions. Because we do have to finish filming this house.
I know, before the sun sets.
That's right. But what are some of your top 3 books right now? Maybe that you've read or that you're reading. Just
Books?
so
You're assuming I have time to read.
Well,
I
there's
don't have any time to read. I mean, I could buy books, but they just collect dust.
Or
so-
maybe what's something that's influencing you at this moment, and whether is it a podcast, is it like a YouTube channel that you watch to get you inspired for the day?
Get me pumped up.
Yeah.
I
Or
do
do you just watch my social media channel where I'm just
Yeah.
like, stay motivated,
all your
Lindsay?
videos.
Okay, that's
yeah.
what it is.
No, I wish I had more time to read. That's
Okay.
like a bucket list
Cool.
item.
Well, what
Like,
about
to
maybe
be a
like your
reader?
kids' books, right? You have to read them, no?
No. I'm teaching strong, independent women. Read on your own. No, I'm teasing. I try to do something at least once a quarter. That's
Cool.
my rule. Once a quarter, something that's educational. So I continue. Continued education is always important in this business because things are always changing.
Right.
So staying ahead of the curve on new laws and regulations for real estate, but also more motivational. I don't know, it could be a conference, it could be, but definitely somewhere where I'm physically going and I can put my phone down and really
Got it.
focus and
Yeah.
pick up the energy in the room. I just went to, already this year I've done a Tony Robbins event. I did, oh gosh, I can't believe I'm spacing on it.
Was there anything you do on a regular, do you have a daily routine where you kind of mentally prepare yourself for the day, or is it just kind of like you've already established your mindset so much that it just almost automatic for you?
It's pretty automatic.
Cool.
But I will say that I go to bed thinking about real estate. In the middle of the night, I'm thinking about real estate, and in the morning, I'm thinking about real estate. So it's 24/7,
Yeah.
365.
Nice.
But that's good, and
Yeah.
and I'm gonna continue doing that until I'm not happy doing that. You
Right.
know, it excites me to help people.
Right.
So just I think helping others is part of my, I meet with people in the office. I meet with my team once a week. We get each other excited.
So surrounding yourself with the right
Yeah.
people.
I also I sponsor and host a table at once a quarter for Pathfinders San Diego. It's just a great group of people who, just business people in San Diego who
Nice.
are like-minded and have good values and ethics that get together and get pumped up once a quarter and have breakfast and hear different motivational speakers. So
Very cool.
things like that
Yeah.
I like to do
Nice.
often. Yeah.
Well, you're inspiring.
Thanks.
Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
In 5 years? Oh, goodness.
Taking it day by
I
day?
know. Taking more vacations would be nice.
Nice.
No,
We were almost in Maui. At the
we
same
were.
time.
I think
Oh,
we were the
That's
same
right.
time.
That's right. That's
I
right.
saw you posted something on Facebook, and I'm like, I'm here too.
That's right.
Yeah,
You were on
crazy.
you were
That
on
was
the-
like my first vacation in a long time.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Well
I
deserved.
don't get out much, but yeah, just enjoying more time with my
Cool.
children. 10 and 8 years old. 5 years,
So fast.
they're going to be little women,
Yeah.
and so I have to enjoy the time while I can.
Sure.
And just keep doing what I'm doing.
Nice.
I don't want to ever change who I am,
Nice.
and that's important.
Well, it's been
Yeah.
wonderful knowing you.
Oh, thanks.
Thank
Is this
you
goodbye?
This is well, thus far it's been nice. It's been great.
I'll see you
very
tomorrow,
pleasant.
right?
I'll see you tomorrow. We're not even leaving this house yet.
I know.
But it's been great working with you. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for entrusting us with the task of
course.
helping you sell and helping you brand yourself. So we really appreciate
Thank
that,
you.
and hope to do many more with you.
Yeah, and I'll just finish by saying to all your viewers that there are a lot of people in this market today that have a drone and that have a camera
Yeah.
and that like to shoot properties, but there's only one David Moya and team that really put out the quality. And
Thank you.
so I really appreciate you guys and how hard you work, and don't forget it. So if you really want to sell your home, hire these guys.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That means a
of course,
lot.
of
And
course.
just so they know, we didn't pay her to do that.
No, but I'm going to ask for it. I'm just kidding.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
Appreciate you being here.
Of course, my pleasure.